Okay, would you say leaking your opening statement to Punchbowl News, Politico's Playbook, and Washington Post several hours before you sent it to this committee as being political? Yes or no?
I have no idea how my statement got out.
Oh, hey, that is bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Well, that's bullshit.
That's a lot of bullshit.
You're full of shit.
I'll tell you.
What's up, guys? Boy Benny. There's this famous line from a comedy that was released about 20 years ago called Office Space. And the line goes like this: what would you say you do here? When they're talking to a failed, these consultants are talking to a failed employee who doesn't do their job, the question is asked, why are you employed here? What exactly is your job, and how do you possibly deliver on that job? And that is something that was asked of Kimberly Cheatle, the disgraced Secret Service director, who allowed for President Trump to get a bullet through his head, and other great patriots to be shot and killed at a MAGA rally by not securing a building that was looking directly down on the president from an elevated surface from 100 yards away. You'd think she'd have resigned in disgrace and would be under criminal investigation right now, or maybe perhaps in chains in Guantanamo Bay, but instead she's a free person. And she's freely, well, actually not freely, she had to be subpoenaed by Congress to come in front of Congress and to lie for the better part of the last 5 hours. Now, that 5-hour testimony, we were just live for all of it, elicited one of the greatest interactions I've ever seen in all of my career of covering congressional testimony, which is extensive. Nancy Mace, the great Nancy Mace, goes complete and total savage mode and ended the career. This is the best interaction all day, and there's so many of them. There's so many great ones, but this one is really something. You are full of says Nancy Mace. This is bull, says Nancy Mace. Ooh, it's incredible. She gets Cheatle to admit colossal failures. She says effectively that the assassination attempt was totally preventable, and she forced to admit that she's leaking to the press in order to damage the congressional interview here. A remarkable clip. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, the great Nancy Mace.
Most of my questions are going to demand a yes or no answer. Do you understand?
I do.
Okay, my first question. Both sides of the aisle today have asked for your resignation. Would you like to use my 5 minutes to draft your resignation letter, yes or no?
No, thank you.
Was this a colossal failure?
It was a failure.
Yes or no? Was it a colossal failure is the question. Yes or no?
I have admitted this is a terrible
This is a yes or no series of questions. Was this a colossal failure? Yes or no?
Yes.
Was this tragedy preventable? Yes or no?
Yes.
Has the Secret Service been transparent with this committee?
Yes.
Would you say the fact that we had to issue a subpoena to get you to show up today as being transparent, yes or no?
I have always been
yes
eager to
or no?
come
You didn't
and
want to
talk
answer
to
the question.
committee.
We had to issue a subpoena to get you to show up today. That is not transparent, by the way. You stated earlier, Secret Service is not political. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Would you say leaking your opening statement to Punchbowl News, Politico's Playbook, and Washington Post several hours before you sent it to this committee as being political, yes or no?
I have no idea how my statement got out.
Well, that's bullshit. So, Mr. Chairman, I would like to ask unanimous consent to enter into the record articles by Punchbowl News, Political Playbook, Washington Post, all done at 5:24 a.m., 6:12 a.m., 6:34 a.m., a solid 3 to 4 hours before this committee got your statement.
Without objection, so ordered.
Okay. Is the Secret Service fully cooperating with our committee?
Yes.
Okay, you say you're fully cooperating with this committee. On July 15th, this committee sent you a list of demands of information that we wanted. Has the Secret Service provided this committee a complete list of all law enforcement personnel that were there that day? Have you done that? Have you provided a list to the Oversight Committee? Yes or no?
I will have to get back to you on that.
That is a no. Have you provided all audio and video recordings in your possession to this committee, as we asked on July 15th, yes or no?
I would have to get back to you.
That is a no. You're full of today. You're just being completely dishonest.
Mr. Chairman,
Completely dishonest.
Mr. Chairman, I want to
Come on.
We have to maintain decorum in this committee, no matter how
have you provided
upset we
any
get.
and all memos to this committee that we've asked you on July 15th? Have you provided all memorandums within the Secret Service?
I would have to get back to you on
that. That is a no. You are being dishonest or lying. You're being dishonest here with this committee. These are important questions that the American people want answers to, and you're just dodging and talking around it in generalities. And we had to subpoena you to be here, and you won't even answer the questions. We have asked you repeatedly to answer our questions. This isn't hard. These are not hard questions. Have you provided us all communications from the Secret Service related to that day and that rally? Have you provided this committee? We've asked for this information on July 15th. Have you provided any of this information that this committee has asked of the Secret Service? Any of it?
I'll have to get back to you.
Have you even read this letter that we sent you? Did you even read this?
Yes.
Okay. And you have said you don't know, you have no idea. Well, the answer is no. We haven't gotten a single document or piece of information or data from you or your agency in related to the rally that we have asked you for. So was this attempted assassination of Donald Trump a failure of training or execution or both?
I think that those are answers that we need to examine.
Training, execution, or both? Which one?
I think those are answers.
All right. How many Secret Service personnel have lost their jobs due to this colossal failure?
At this time, none.
How many Secret Service personnel have been required to take a refresher course on how not to let people shoot Donald Trump?
Our personnel are currently operational. We are examining the facts of this investigation, and we will make the changes necessary.
What time did law enforcement become aware that there was an individual on the roof with a clear line of sight to President Trump?
I am still verifying timelines.
Of course. 9 days in, you have no answers. How many minutes went by between the time law enforcement saw and took photos of crooks and the shooting? How many minutes?
I am still verifying timelines.
57 minutes. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I yield back.
So yeah, that wasn't pretty, and is, again, just a absolutely spectacular line of questioning from Nancy Mace, friend of the show and somebody who is just a rising star, quite frankly, in all of politics. Political figures ask, where the hell is Biden? My contention in all this is that Joe Biden, that something horrible has happened to Joe Biden, and that that's why we don't have a new Secret Service director. Got to be honest with you. That Joe Biden, something bad's happened to him, and he can't appoint a new Secret Service director because they don't know who the president is right now. Secret Service director branded as a DEI horror show by Republicans during grilling on her hiring practices before the Trump shooting. Look at this. Top articles on Daily Mail. You're full of shit. Watch Secret Service boss squirm as she's ripped to pieces by lawmakers after Trump's shooting. Oh, man. There is no way that she can survive this because everybody has called for her resignation, including, but not limited to, all of the Democrats. We watched the entire thing. There were at least 24 Democrats who called for her resignation, along with the chairman of the committee, Jamie Ratskin, we call him. But hey, you know what? You get a gold star today, Ratskin, because you also are going to be on the right side of history here. She should just resign in disgrace. And Appolina Luna, of course, leaving her with some very dangerous options, as Luna is going to say that she, one, perjured herself by lying before the committee, and then two, that they are prepared to hold her in inherent contempt for withholding evidence and information about this shooting from Congress. And that is a very, very, that's something that Congress can arrest you for. It's also something that Congress can fine you $10,000 a day for. It's not pretty. And so I will I'll leave you with the wise words, ladies and gentlemen, of the scriptures here, which is, don't lie, okay? Don't lie. You're going to be found out, and it's best, absolutely best, not to lie. In fact, our verse of the day, Proverbs 12:22. The Lord detests lying lips, and he delights in people who are trustworthy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there is not a single American who believes that the Secret Service is trustworthy in this country. Shut it down. These leaders obviously either wanted or created the conditions for Trump to be shot and killed, and therefore they must lose their jobs and perhaps be charged criminally. That's what I'm here for. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.